Done.
Hi everyone. In today's video, we have Vishal. Okay. So he is from Kolkata and he belongs to a non-CS background. So in today's video, we'll discover how he get into the IT field and crack IT job like infosys system engineer with some several specific steps. Okay. So it's a very crucial video for like non-CS IT students and aspirants. So I am handing over to Vishal so he can describe your journey to you all. So
Hello
please,
guys,
Vishal.
I am Vishal Dev. First of all, Shudip Mitra is a very close friend to mine. And the reason I have decided to do this video on suggestion of Shudip that it is actually a very important matter that non-CS background students can also crack MNC IT job recruitment drives and can also bag a job as a developer or system engineer or what they might offer. The question is that Shudip,
How they should get.
I think the main concern about non-sales background students on the IT field is that they are afraid of learning coding. They think that coding is something like climbing the Everest.
Yes.
To be honest, I also thought that, but I should say let's start from the beginning and go step by step. One day when I was a third year, I was just lying on my bed and, to be honest, either doing WhatsApp or some social media stuff, and suddenly my friend Dipankar, he is from CSC department. He was actually he's a very good student. He is now pursuing his MTech from IIT.
Yeah. You know.
He messaged me and said that TCS is organizing an IT recruitment drive called TCS Ninja, and students from any background, if they have just a BTech degree, students from any background can sit for that drive. And I was just afraid that I don't know coding, what I should do. And then Dipankar said that for cracking the drive, coding isn't necessary. If my APT is good, or my numerical skills, verbal ability, or reasoning is good, I can also crack the exam. And I thought that might be good because my APT skills are good enough, and only concern was coding. So I thought, let's learn coding from YouTube. Let's try to learn, because at that time I was also afraid that coding might be something equivalent to climbing Everest or very hard something.
Yeah.
And then should I mention the channel names from YouTube?
Yeah, no issue. You can.
Okay.
Obviously, you can give the resources to them, so they
Okay,
must follow
that will be helpful to students.
Yeah.
I searched on YouTube, like I thought of learning Java first. There are many languages, Java, Python, C, C++. I thought that Java will be helpful because many times, be it social media or be it recruitment drives, a Java developer post is very common. And that's why I thought of learning Java at first. I on YouTube searched for Java full course for beginners, and I was searching as short as possible course. There are videos
But Java is just so much tough. So it must it's better to start with like C or Python because Java is a huge language.
I know that, but actually there was no one to guide me properly. I didn't have the proper guidance, so I thought of let's start Java from the beginning. And I searched Java full course, and from a channel, the name was I think Telusco. Telusco. And there was a video of around 6.5 hours of full course. I started learning from there. They are learning, actually their teaching method was very good. I was able to actually do my first course, that is Hello World. That was my first programming. Actually everybody learns programming through Hello World, I think.
That's a very basic.
And I learned like data types, and then went to functions, arrays, list tuples, if else statements, for loops, while loops, do while loops, and I learned many stuff. And then eventually, while learning, my exam came. This is Ninja recruitment, and my exam came, and I sat for that exam. The codings they gave were a little advanced level, a little hard. I started the coding but couldn't finish them. Like I couldn't find a way how to finish them. And still the APT part was good, so I could crack the exam one night around at 1:30 a.m. or 2 a.m. They sent me a mail that I have cracked the exam and eligible for interview.
Actually, they mainly focus on aptitude parts first, so they can train the employees about the.
I think that's common because they do it because I think they will teach us in the training programs.
Yeah.
So I think they just pick up students who are quick learner, not like expert in something. They are like want quick learners, so that when they teach students something in the training program, they can learn what they require.
Yeah.
I think that's the main
reason.
That's fact. And then my interview was scheduled, and after I cracked the exam, actually I was so overjoyed and I took the program learning for granted, and there my graph went down. And program is
Yeah.
such a thing, if you don't practice much, you will forget again. You will forget how to do it, or how the methods, I mean, how to do them. You will eventually forget them. You have to revise again to know
Actually, you get overconfidence about your skills, and that's
them. That's actually
push
that's
you.
the main poison, overconfidence.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I thought like my learning process was like more to I was focused more on exploring than on learning. Like I thought I learned Java a little bit, so let's explore Python. I again from that channel I started learning Python, and then I found that there is another channel, very famous channel, you know also, that Code with Harry.
Yeah, there's a famous guy.
Yes,
Just-
famous
yeah,
guy.
several
From there I
posts.
started learning Python.
Yeah.
I was rising again and again and again, and eventually my interview on TCS Ninja round came. I could answer 90% of what they asked well, but there was a bit of lack of confidence in me, and that was my conversation skills were not up to the mark. I was like a little bit nervous. My voice was a bit down. I was speaking a little bit. I was speaking less and stammering more. That was the problem.
One thing I want to say here, actually, that was your first interview. That's why you get nervous.
That's
So
why. Actually, that's the point. That was my first interview. I didn't know how interviews are, and
Yes.
how they would ask. Like everybody will understand what's the main problem here. But I should say that
So-
interviews are not something very hard, or like something I have to kill a tiger or lamb. Not nothing like that. I will say that just stay confident, stay
Yeah.
honest about what you know, and stay confident. Don't need to brag like I know this, I don't know that, and don't need to overdo this. Just stay confident.
Yeah.
I'll say. That's it. And I couldn't crack the TCS Ninja interview for those problems I mentioned, and eventually I totally lost motivation and stopped learning Python. And from there, I was again focused on the trainings and industrial projects of my own stream, that is leather technology.
Yeah.
But again, Infosys started during December, I think. Infosys started their campus recruitment drive.
Yeah.
There, I thought of not applying, but then I thought that let's apply. What will happen? If I don't want to give an exam, I can avoid it. Just let's apply to stay safe, and I applied for that. And again, just because I had applied, I again started learning Python again, and from scratch. And I went a bit far, like if else statements, yeah, like around something I don't actually remember, because I left Python a long ago.
Yeah.
Last year, 2000, I learned Python during 2021 end, and now 2022 is going to end. So, you know, when I don't practice coding, I'll eventually forget. Then on 23rd January, they organized the exam, and I sat for that. And here, one of my juniors named Vidisha Chakraborty helped me in that preparation. And so,
She's from computer science. Well.
yeah. You know her. She actually helped me in the learning process. She taught me how to do pseudo codings, and how to perform, how to solve quickly in aptitudes, and vice versa. And again, I cracked the exam again on Infosys, and my interview was scheduled on February 10th. And on February 10th, this time I was a bit confident about the interview.
Yeah.
I learned well, and again there was a confidence boost erupting from me actually. And the guy who took my interview was also nice. That also worked as a catalyst for me.
Okay. Okay.
And I eventually cracked I sat for the interview. The interview went well, and around 1.5 months later, I got my offer letter from Infosys.
For the Yoga system engineer, right?
And
So
actually, my journey on the IT field, I will say it is not a journey. It is more like a planned accident. Like, let's try. I'm not actually very much interested about going in that field, but let's try what will happen. But when I tried, when it becomes successful, okay, then I am getting better opportunities. So let's go.
yeah.
That's the
So,
thing.
so guys, it's a up and down to a graph of a life of like non-CS background student. So how they moved into CS background, and how they crack the interview and crack the job role. And in their field, there is also much opportunities, but we all can see that IT field is growing rapidly in these days. So most of the people are trying to get into IT fields, and lots of students don't know that they also can move into IT fields. That's a big concern. Okay, so any VTech students can move into IT fields. There are lots of companies like Cognizant, Infosys, TCS are hiring non-CS backgrounds. So you just have the skills, right? they follows just
I'll
if
say
you have
Shadid, like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'll say that
Yeah, yeah.
coding is not something equivalent to climbing Everest or climbing Kanchenjunga. If you stay consistent in learning coding is, I will not say easy, but the start is easy. Slowly you will
Yes.
get to advanced things, and as the things go advanced, you will face a little difficulty, but starting is easy. So there is no problem in learning coding.
Even there is nothing to lose now. We can
There's
try.
nothing to lose now. What's wrong in trying?
Yeah.
We just stay afraid that we can't learn coding because it is too hard. Let's start learning now. Let's try to start.
Yes. That's the motivation you need, guys.
The CS students who are actually CS students, the field CSE actually is better than us, but the students who study in the CSE department are also made of flesh and blood like us. So if they can learn, I think we also can learn if we just stay a little bit dedicated.
Actually, all are humans, right? No departments are better.
Yeah,
not better,
department
that's
doesn't
not-
matter. Your dedication, your interest, that what matters. That's what matters. And again, I'll advise a last thing, that when you are learning coding, it's not your habit. You are learning something new, like doing something new. So while learning, don't take a large break from learning, because if you take the break, you will lose motivation again.
Yes. You are going just forgetting the things whatever you learn.
And
If you
again,
are
I
not
thought
revising
if
them.
I'm not consistent, if I take like I'm learning coding daily, but if I take a break of 1 or 2 days, from the third day, I will actually lose interest about learning. It is like, let's leave. I'll see tomorrow. Today, let's take a nap, or let's take a rest. Let's like this. But tomorrow never comes,
Yeah. The last tips what students need to ask, that how they can start, means what are the pathway. First learn with what the things, like first do aptitude, after that move to DSA algorithm, after that move to coding part, after that do the pseudocode. What are the several steps they can go?
I will say the most important part is aptitude. One should be good at that, because without aptitude, coding can do nothing in that recruitment drive.
Okay, okay.
Again, after you are good at aptitude, let's start the basic things of coding. No need to go to pseudocodes. Just learn the basic things of coding. Just know how, if I see a code, how that performs. What will be the
How to
outcome?
analyze the codes.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least no need to learn very advanced things. Just know how to solve a basic problem. Like they have given this. Okay, what will be my way? What will be my way of going?
Companies doesn't expect from freshers that that the fresher can know everything. Okay, say they just want to learn basic things and to have that type of logic building capabilities to build the logics and solve that problem. So after that, after you join the company, you can perform several tasks provided by them.
Yeah, that's right.
what they need.
Companies doesn't require actually experts. They just require quick learners, so that they can teach them well in their training programs.
Yes.
That's what is necessary.
Yeah. So last some tips if you have, so you can say the concluding tips. After that, we can close the call.
Okay, please repeat. I didn't actually listen well.
If you have any concluding tips for the freshers, so you can share with us. After that, we can close the call.
Okay. One tip: don't be afraid. Coding is not something equivalent to climbing Everest or something very hard. Just start learning. You can do it. Just stay confident and stay motivated and stay consistent.
So that's the example. You can see, guys, that you can get IT jobs from non-CS background, and we shall also crack that. And lots of people are cracking IT jobs from non-CS background. That's not what he said, that it's not a climbing Everest like. So guys, you got your answer and prepare yourself for that. And thank you, Vishal, for sharing us your
Welcome.
experience with our fellows. And all the best, guys, to you.
And thank you for allowing me to introduce myself in your channel.
You are the gem, guys. Seriously.
Not at all. You are the
Thank
same
you.
now.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you. Have a good day. Huh? Have a good day.
Thank you,
everyone.
and have a good day to you too.
Bye.